Don't you just love seeing these red days in crypto when you get another opportunity to buy some cheap freaking coins? That's exactly what these things look like to me, guys. Good opportunities to buy more coins. And I get the question of whether or not I'm worried very, very often. And I keep telling people, even if we go down to freaking rock bottom, I'm still holding on strong and I'm not letting go unless that was decided by me at first in my definitive plan, which I've told you guys all to make a couple of times before. It is to have a determined plan of action where you know exactly where you want to buy and exactly where you want to sell, and you may only deviate if you've thought it true, very, very much so. And try to never deviate from it, but sometimes, if, for example, Bitcoin were to be adopted by, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube all together, I might have to change my whole trajectory, right? We might have to change some things up. But generally, guys, I'm keeping my strategy and not doing anything crazy and just buying more crypto every single day. I've told you guys about that. I've also seen some people say, yeah, you have the easy talk and you can buy crypto every single day. I can't, which is, to me, one of the dumbest things you could have ever told me, because I never said how much crypto I'm buying. You can literally just buy $1 worth and go on. I am just proving the point that if you buy every single day, eventually you'll be in the green, at least if our trajectory follows through like we expect it to. And it doesn't really have to time the bottom. Like, the point is, you don't have to time the bottom. You can just keep on buying and eventually you'll be good. And that's the thing we're showcasing here by doing multiple buys on every single day. Of course, I'm trying to look for the lowest point of the day, but it doesn't really matter too much either. I just try to buy that day and then I'm good. However, guys, I do give away 250 XRP every time we hit a cool like milestone. And right now, the like milestone is at 1,500 likes. So if you want to enter into our 250 XRP giveaway, make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. That is all you need to do. And guys, make sure you check out the Growth Masters Academy. Link down below. It's my channel on Instagram videos where I teach you guys how to get yourself a new income skill. Having said that, let's take a good look here at the first article. Bitcoin may keep on upward trajectory in 2021. Bloomberg's Mike McGlone explains why. So Bloomberg intelligence analyst Mike McGlone explains how Bitcoin can eventually surpass gold in the future, and Bitcoin may remain on an upward trend next year. There's one important thing to understand here, that this is not a bearish gold statement necessarily. The only thing that's being said is Bitcoin can surpass gold and maybe some money will flow in from gold to Bitcoin. But that is actually not necessarily bearish on gold. It's actually more so just bullish on Bitcoin, saying, of course, people are going to look for their best investment. And even though gold is still good for quite a lot of people, there will be people who are going to be going for the highest profit in the short term, not going for the coin or thing with the most intrinsic value and the most stable. They're going to go for something a little bit riskier, which is, again, not good, not bad for people that are doing that. They may decide themselves. It's just a decision that's being made right now, where a lot of people are going to be buying into Bitcoin, possibly coming from gold, but especially just buying Bitcoin, making it possibly higher than gold in the next couple of months. Hopefully already. A lot of people have been speculating 2021 is going to be the year, because Bitcoin is kind of a gold 2.0, which, again, that would be kind of a bearish gold statement, because if you have YouTube and YouTube 2.0, then YouTube kind of becomes obsolete, right? If you have a better, newer version, same for Ethereum 1 and Ethereum 2. But here was another, I guess, pretty cool article. I just see it here on the side by reading this article. Grayscale's Drop Gold ad campaign was money well spent, Grayscale founder Barry Silbert. JP Morgan reported that since October, gargantuan amounts of money have been outflowing from gold ETFs, while Grayscale saw almost $2 billion inflows thanks to its Bitcoin ads. So it's been doing some Bitcoin ads, and the fun thing I kind of find is, how come these big companies actually spend money due to an advertisement? You would kind of think that these huge ads that they do would be more for retail, but they're actually more, and a lot more, for institutional investors who've actually taken out money from the gold ETFs into crypto, which I find kind of strange. I didn't really expect it to be this successful, but it is. All right. And the thing that I'm trying to say with this one is people are going to be excited, and more so throughout the next couple of months about Bitcoin and about what is being created by it. And I'm also pretty damn excited about exactly all this, guys. It's looking pretty damn juicy. Then also, if you are watching the the channel for a little bit longer, you most likely already know. But if you're from the US, make sure you check out Webull, guys, a link down below. If you make an account, you get 2 free stocks, and if you deposit $100, you get 2 more free stocks. You can also trade stocks and crypto on here, so make sure you check it out. I find it a very cool platform. Then, China's new digital currency spells the end for the US dollar's global dominance and will change the world as we know it. So, I've told a couple of you guys on Discord a little bit earlier that these articles are very, very heavy to be talked about over on YouTube, as they cover a specific question that many people kind of know the answer to, but they don't want to acknowledge. And another kind of bigger problem, which is what is happening to the world reserve currency and how long will it stay there and yada, yada, yada. I've said before, and I've told quite a couple of people, that I personally think world reserve currencies, if you look at the history, change every 100 years or so. About 95, but let's say every 100 years or so. And the US dollar has been there for about 100 years or so. So it's a little bit after the due date already. The thing is, you never really know it's going to be changing until it has already changed. And that's the same thing with big shorts and big market turnarounds, so recession, so to speak. You really don't know that they're happening or going to happen until they really happen. Are you guys getting me on that one? You don't really know it's gonna until it has. And that's that scary thing about the whole situation right now, that people are not really expecting it. People are kind of like, what? But it's happening. The US is losing a lot of its dominance right now. And even though I don't want to go too much into if China will actually win this whole race, which I cannot say, and how long the US will actually stay up top, because it can be another 20 years. It could definitely be so. But they are right now slipping a little bit, and I'm trying to see how they're going to be recouping from this. A lot of people have been saying Nasara Gasara type of stuff. I don't want to talk about that too much in these videos, because once more, it's pretty damn heavy stuff. But think about it, all right? Just give it a little bit of a look and thought, and let's move on. Chart of the day, Ethereum offering rich growth potential compared to Bitcoin. The thing is, with Ethereum, I find that right now, because they're Ethereum 2.0, they've actually opened quite a lot of longevity for themselves, if that's an official way to say that in English. With Bitcoin, we all kind of know it's like an end in sight, because Bitcoin, of course, has its future of being a proof of work, so being, kind of cracked. And Ethereum, since it's moving out of proof of stake, it doesn't really have that forecast anymore. So the real longevity and the longer term hold potential for Ethereum has increased significantly, if you want to ask me, and I'm pretty excited about that as well. Then, funny enough, this was 4 hours ago, Bitcoin is back and booming. Will the rally last? So that's kind of funny that they made the article that way, because, well, anybody who's into crypto knows that right now Bitcoin is not that booming like it was for the last 2 weeks or so. It's been quite deteriorating even a little bit right now. However, the bigger point is clear. Bitcoin is becoming more mainstream, and more retail guys are hearing about it right now. As I've said as well, I think they'll only start investing once we are above 20K, but they're hearing about it, which is already a good thing. Then, bitrue exchange will support XRP airdrop and launch Spark trading. This is something I've been asking you guys over on Twitter, right? I told you guys to find this stuff out about what exchanges will actually allow Spark to be traded, more so than just Spark to be stored or received. Because there's a big difference in the Spark airdrop between just getting the Spark and actually to be able to transfer it over into some other currency. And again, a reminder for all of y'all, with the Spark airdrop, you're going to be getting 15% at the start, and then about between 2 and 4% for the next couple of months for about 3 or so years. So it's not like you're going to get all the money the same day. Understand that, have it in the back of your head, and make choices accordingly. But it's pretty cool to see how almost all exchanges are supporting it now, but only a couple have really admitted that they'll be allowing trading as well. But bitrue is going to allow trading, which is cool to see. Link down below as well, by the way. Then, Bitcoin drops under 18, how low can we go? Matty Greenspan said Bitcoin just kissed 18K in the Asian session. It breaks next support is 15 or 16.5K. Let's hope it holds and blasts through 20. The thing is, there's actually two main scenarios I'm kind of watching for here. One is a breach towards the downside, hitting 16.5, maybe even hitting a little bit lower for a proper correction before we move upwards. On the contrary, and we can actually see that, by the way, if I had a Bitcoin chart open right now, we could see it with the 61.8 fib level, or the 38, of course, depending. And the thing is, like I've said a couple of times, which I found very important, is that we either have a good correction going right now, or we get a good support at about 60 or at about 18,000 and actually come back upwards to the top and retest this upper area. But right now, of course, we've been deteriorating, but in this little channel, right? You can see from here to here is this channel that we've been trading into. And the bigger question is, are we going to be held right around this area, or are we going to fall through? Because we've tested it now, which could be just a test of support or a bigger move towards the downside after we've hit the top. However, I kind of feel as if the move downwards should have already happened then, right around this area. Again, the real beginning of December here, the downfall should have already happened, instead of just this sideways trading all the way right now for the last couple of days, as that's kind of counterintuitive as of this point. Then IOHK launches $250K project Catalyst Fund, first DeFi platform on Cardano blockchain. This one is just talking about how Cardano is going to be incentivizing people on their platform, which is, again, pretty amazing if you were to ask me, to build stuff. And right now it's only 250,000, but that's going to be going into the millions and millions of dollars eventually, and we should be pretty excited for that because DeFi is also coming to Cardano. Jack Dorsey's Square discloses its Bitcoin adoption goals for the next 10 years. And the thing is, guys, we all know Twitter, Cash App, everything like that is just being extremely positive about crypto, and even though it may go down for a little bit somewhere along the route, both work, eventually we're going to be going way up higher. And all these bigger companies, as we said before, Grayscale, Square, PayPal, and a lot more, MicroStrategy, are buying crypto in masses. We cannot even keep up, even if we wanted to. So even if they're saying to you that companies don't want it or they're afraid, that could be, but a lot of them are still buying like crazy, like mad people. Then, why Bitcoin will replace US dollar as the world reserve asset. Again, I don't want to go too far into this one because it's a really difficult one to put down. I don't necessarily know if this is possible. I'll be doing another video on this a little bit deeper, talking more about debt again, and the Federal Reserve currencies and XRP and the $10,000 XRP stuff. Not for today. Here's kind of on the same note. Bitcoin is a warning to government money printers, Morgan Stanley executive says. The bank's head of emerging markets and chief global strategist said that Bitcoin has the potential to replace the US dollar. Again, I'll be talking about it a little bit more. But then some Ripple stuff you might want to know about is McCallum got more of his XRP just now, 266 million to be exact, and he has already sold 30 million of it. Yet, we're not negative about the situation. We've said a couple of times before, he is one of the co-founders of Ripple and of XRP, and they had an agreement where he could only sell a couple of percent of the XRP volume a day. Right now, that has been linked to the volume of a couple of weeks ago, which was ridiculously high, and thus, since he can sell like 1.5% or so of the total, yeah, he's selling like a madman. All right, he's selling like a madman, which you can see 30 million XRP almost being sold almost instantly. The thing is, though, you can only see it goes out, actually. You can't really see if he's really selling it, which we do think he is. The thing is, which I find kind of annoying, and on the contrary, it's kind of good, that even though he got $16 million for this, in the bigger end of everything, it's not a bad thing. If Ripple could just, in my opinion, be buying this stuff back, which I think they should be doing. All right, I think McCallum selling here is not really a big problem, unless it's being completely dumped upon the markets with no effort to kind of weaken this. And even though I don't think it pushes XRP even more down, it may have done that today, since there's already some downwards pressure on there, and then such a huge announcement with a huge whale selling a lot of XRP. Some people who are not interested in the bigger situation about knowing it's Jeb McCallum and that it doesn't really matter too much, not like he's, really anybody of that matters in the XRP community, or any whale that matters in that sense. He has a lot, but it's literally just gifted, and he's just selling it because he wants quick money. It's not like he really cares about where XRP is going to be going. Otherwise, we would have at least tried to sell all his XRP at the start already, which would have maybe crashed the project. I don't even know if it would have. If you think about it, if he sold all his XRP like at the start somewhere, the thing is he would have most likely gotten a lot less money for his XRP. But also, it would have kind of been a positive thing because, well, Ripple could just rebuild from that. They could just buy all the XRP back at the cheap, very, very cheap price, and then move on. On the contrary, maybe they also have some things set up where he has to keep on selling. I don't know, though. I think he can sell, but I sometimes think it's better that he's selling right now rather than at the top, because if he's selling right now, he's still selling it for cheap. And if he were to sell at $3 or something like that, it could really be more detrimental, because first of all, he would have more money, which I don't want. And second of all, again, it's just at those higher prices that he's pushing us back. He's been doing this for a very long while, though, consider that. So it's not like this is new, it's not like this is extra downwards pressure. It's just annoying to know that he has so much and that he keeps on selling $140 million worth even. But that is, again, another showcase here that even whales that have quite a lot of money, they don't actually matter for the bigger picture. They just might matter on specific days, you know? If the price is already down a couple of percent and a whale comes in and boom, sells a little bit extra, that stuff can be annoying. In the longer term, though, it's not going to matter because the prices can still keep flowing upwards regardless of what these guys are doing, which is something very important to understand. Alright guys, but that was it for today's video. Make sure you check out Webull, make sure you check out all the links down below, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video, guys. Take care and have a very nice day.